Would you say, mate, we're in a little bit of a deeper crisis than actually we believe or is publicized when it comes to the way, as a human race, we are now eating?
Oh, as a whole, absolutely. I mean, Marcus, when you go into supermarkets, it is so tactical, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
How they're laid out. Like you're in Dubai. I was actually in Dubai for 2 months there, but every supermarket, whether it's Dubai, Dublin, anywhere across the world, it's
Yeah.
almost like it starts out where they have the fruit, they have the vegetables. What does that do? It reinforces that, okay, I'm going to start out eating quote unquote healthy and filling the trolley with healthy foods. Oh, do you know, I put in some broccoli, some cauliflower, some carrots there, some fruit. Geez, I've made a lot of healthy choices. Time to treat myself. Then you slowly get into the bakery, and then, okay, the bakery, I might throw in this croissant and that croissant. And then you get into the sweet aisle, and you've got the Cocoa Pops. And, you know, your mentality is just like a lot of people's mentality. Well, I've already started out with the healthy, so now I'm just treating myself. But where does it end then? One of the best pieces of advice that I heard a dietitian say is shop the perimeters. Shop the perimeters. That's where you're going to get mostly the lean protein, the clean greens, the veggies. And then if you need to go into the danger aisles, the middle aisles, only go there with the freaking list so you know exactly what you're getting.
Super interesting, Adrian, the way that you've put it there, mate. And what actually flicks to my mind is I wonder if we can, because we're seeing a lot. And I noticed this, I was in Europe the other week there, and every food and drink has I think it's a score, either A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on it. You probably know more about this than I do.
I'm actually not too well versed on. I do see that. I haven't really taken much notice of it, but go on.
Well, and it's not dissimilar to, I think, a lot of restaurants, definitely in the UK. They're being forced now, or they were being forced to put calories on it. As you explain the supermarket, what I have in my mind, the ideal scenario, and I remember this from a while back, is where alcohol in a supermarket, you had to go into this zone. So unless you were 18, and that's all changed as well. I'm just sort of casting my mind around a little bit, but that's changed a little bit. But what I would dream of, and maybe you've got some thoughts of, is the areas that you highlighted as the good areas are free to roam. And then the areas where the foods are not so great, the chocolate aisle. I imagine you go into the chocolate aisle and it goes, woo, woo. You think something like that, mate?
Yeah, maybe like some kind of a time limit that you're only in here, or just portion it out, ration it out that you're only allowed X number of products. Or have time zones, because I know with alcohol here in Ireland, you can only get it at certain times of the day. Even in off license, they don't open 24 hours. And on Sunday they open a bit later. So yeah, you could definitely rationalize that, man. I'd vote for you, Marcus.
I think we should join forces, mate. You're the nutrition man. I'm just I'm just throwing a little bit of petrol on the fire here for you, mate.
Just.
But I mean, when we think about it in really more, like you brought up alcohol there, more people are dying due to diabetes than they are to alcohol. However, the service of alcohol around the world is a lot more restricted than the service of sugar.
Yes, fair point. Yeah. And sometimes though, they're not necessarily, sometimes they can actually go together, if you understand what I mean, because what do people tend to eat a lot of when they are drinking alcohol? You know, you might have the pre-alcohol munchies, and that's where the crunchy bars, that's where the Oreos come in. And then a lot of people, it's not the night out, it's not the alcohol, it's what they do the next day. The fry in the morning, the takeaway, the comfort food in bed. And that's again where these foods are coming in, that's where those cravings come in. So it'll be interesting to actually see how many people who fall into both brackets of the alcohol and the diabetes, the sugar, if there's much of a correlation there, because they're definitely linked, Marcus.